So we give them a sugar high. So in a short while, after all their energy gets exuberantly expended, they crash.
Oh, that's great. We are sitting in our granddaughter's bedroom. She has her piano. Suite. She has a suite. They have an Airbnb underneath their house. And
it is not Airbnb right now.
It's her bedroom. She's 18 and she has her own bedroom. And
this is cool for her.
So this is her piano.
It's also nice that she shares it with us.
She's a composer and a pianist, and she's a pretty cool kid.
And she plays rugby.
And she plays rugby. There you
go. Rugby. She's quite the rugby player.
We have some questions to answer from our subscribers today. And one of them is what we eat for breakfast. So a typical breakfast in America, what is a typical breakfast in America?
Oh, what Americans eat? Well, they already know that. I mean, it's going to be a bagel or some pastry thing.
Cold cereal.
A juice, a bit of a juice. And
toast?
Well, that was the pastry.
Okay. And if we're lucky, eggs.
And maybe some fruit.
There you go. So if you look at what we just named, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, how many of those are carbs?
I was just going to say, how many of those are carbs? See, you are right on.
Every one of them.
Except for the eggs.
Eggs, yeah. If you have eggs, yeah.
So that's a typical breakfast, is we get our children up in the morning, we give them a bowl of cereal, we give them some juice, we give them some milk, and we give them some toast. And
so we give them a sugar high. So in a short while, after all their energy gets exuberantly expended, they crash.
And even if you don't believe us, we went with our grandchildren to a breakfast last year at their elementary school, and every single one of the things was carbs. And I'm like, oh, these poor teachers. This is what these children have for breakfast. So
we feed them carbs and then complain about the behavior problems.
So a good breakfast is going to be, you're going to start out with your protein. That's going to be your base. You can have a frittata. You can have a steak. I don't care. You can have scrambled eggs, boiled eggs, poached eggs.
Can I ask what I think is a pertinent question for you? She hates it when I ask her questions on camera. How much protein? I don't hate it. How much protein?
You know, about 3 grams. Now, nobody knows what that is. So that's another thing that I'll put on our blog so that you have it. I didn't bring the book with me, so I actually just ordered another book, and I'll have it in a few days. It's my brain, and then I can start putting more information on that is actually backed up with.
But isn't it like the palm of your hand?
The palm of your hand. Depending on your size, your weight, your everything, it depends on how much protein.
Right.
But let's just say a deck of carbs. You want to start with a deck of carbs.
The point is to have some, but you don't want to overdo it. And the trick there, this is the trick that we use, is you don't eat breakfast and then nothing until supper time. You don't actually even want to go all the way till your lunchtime. You need to have a 4-pack snack sometime between breakfast and lunch. That way you're not famished. That way you're not feeling the need to eat large quantities. You can eat a smaller quantity so your body is able then to process this and not get to the point that it's got nothing to work with, and then you're famished at the next meal and you eat too much, and that then gets stored as things other than what you wanted to get stored as. Correct? Am I right, Nurse Wilson?
Yes. I'm going to stop the video for a second.
The rabbit move.
Now say correct.
Correct, Nurse Wilson?
Correct. And our bodies let us know that 10 o'clock, we need a snack. 2:30, we need a snack. They just do, and we make it a good snack.
We call it grazing.
We do. We have nuts, we have cheese, and I know somebody said, aren't you afraid of the fat in the cheese? No, we are not. We eat correct cheeses, which is a white cheese, not with the dyes in it, and made, if we can get raw cheese, that's what we do. Soft cheeses are better for you.
Future video, we're going to talk about fats and like everything else in our diet. When you say fats, it's not just one thing. There's a lot of types of fats and qualities of fats, and we need to know the difference. Some are good, some are beneficial, some are harmful.
And in fact, I will put a video, I've referred a couple of different people to this, but I will put a link to a video, old video, long hair, learning how to do it, but
still
it's
us.
Very, very much talks about fat. So we'll put that up there. We will make a new one though. So let's go back to breakfast. It's so important that if you're going to have a glass of juice, you understand that you're having like 8 oranges. So yesterday I gave him some juice.
The equivalent of sugars and vitamin C, and it's too much for your body to process.
So remember I gave you that much juice yesterday. Yep. It was perfect. You just need small amounts when it comes to carbohydrates for juices. You want to eat a fruit for breakfast.
Not a lot, tons of fruit.
But I mean, you know.
Some.
Yeah, some fruit. Your protein, which your good carb is your fruit or your starchy vegetable. And we love to have salads for breakfast. I mean, pile up a big salad on your plate with your poached egg or your scrambled eggs.
If you really want to start feeling better, have a salad. Small, it doesn't have to be a large amount, but a good salad with all 3 meals.
All meals.
And you'll think that you're taking fantastic vitamins, because guess what? You are. Don't tell anybody. You are.
And then you can have bacon or sausage if you're getting the nitrate free. And don't be afraid of the fat, but that will give you a good fat also. So nuts give you a good fat. Good peanut butter that doesn't have all the hydrogenated will give you a good fat. Avocado will give you a good fat. And let me just answer somebody else's question. They wanted to know if we use avocado oil. Yes, we do. And another question was, what kind of coconut oil can you use that you don't have the taste? There are 2 kinds of coconut oil, your virgin oil and your refined. Both of them are good. Both of them have their place. The refined one doesn't have the taste. So that's what you want to. You can get it in a big container at Costco. They have a good big container of the refined there. So we've had some comments from one of our videos when we were talking about the food that was served in skilled nursing facilities and assisted living and independent living, and how they don't monitor as well your diabetic and even care about it. You really do have to watch. If you have someone, a loved one in there, please supplement their food in there. Please continue to work with their dietitians. Dietitians are not the same as a nutritionalist, and so they care about whether you're getting the right minerals and micronutrients and macronutrients, but they don't care about where the food is coming from and the balance of the food.
What else may be with it. That's
right.
the where the food is coming from issue.
And I just want to make one comment about a diabetic diet. And I know what I'm going to say right now is just really harsh.
But it's based on observation, on her personal observation.
On observation.
Many, many patients that she's worked with in various facilities and in home health.
If you are on a diabetic diet, the standard diabetic diet from your doctor, not the new, improved, better ones, and we'll talk about that. If you are on a diabetic diet from your doctor, you will be headed towards heart disease. If you have a heart condition and your doctor has put you on a heart diet, you are headed towards diabetes. They go hand in hand with each other, the diets. Now, when we go...
Now, the question is why?
Why?
Why does that happen?
too many carbs, and they're all low fat, your body is craving fat. It needs the right amount of fats.
Of the beneficial fats.
The beneficial
the
fats. And if you are not giving that to them because you're following those diets, then your body's going to spiral down and have continued diseases. In about, well, it won't be until the end of November, we are going to visit my sister and my brother-in-law. He was a diabetic, was severely out of control. We've highlighted them one time. I'll put that video up here, right here. But we are going down and doing an interview with them so that you can see how to go off of the diabetic diet and onto a good diet that will completely take your A1C from, I think his was almost 11 down to 6 or below. I think his went to 5. And so we're going to show you how, and she's an expert at it. She's had her doctor say that she needs to be out there talking to people and telling people, because she's turned his health around completely by following the food that it is that we eat. So that video will be coming up at the end of November. So anyway, we really appreciate all of your support. We're still traveling. And because we're traveling, we're making 2 videos today. So you're going to see us sitting in the same place, in the same clothes, for 2 videos in a row. But we are traveling today and getting there tomorrow. We're going to the Homesteaders Conference of America, and we're very excited.
We really appreciate the questions and the comments. A lot of encouragement from the comments. The questions are helping us understand how what we're talking about is resonating and what it's causing people to think about, and the input is great to hear that so many others are making life choices and changing lifestyles in a way that is bringing more health to them, and we're glad to hear that. So the comments are great. The questions are very helpful too, because it allows us to clarify. It's clear in our heads, we say it, we understand it, but we realize that not everything is plain to everybody else. So ask your questions. Don't be bashful, don't be shy. The conversations are great, and we benefit from it. Everybody else who are subscribed to the channel is able to see those comments, and they benefit from them as well. So we work together to make it better for all of us. Working together. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.
Share.